Continuing our look at ways to invest in hydrogen, I've come up with this one: how to simply invest in the world hydrogen industry. We're going to look at VanEck Hydrogen Energy UCITS ETF, ticker code HDRO. We're on the VanEck website looking at the hydrogen ETF. This is just a bit of background information. It says here, exposure to a critical and new economic opportunity, prospect of rapid growth via the hydrogen ETF by VanEck, trends supported by governments in Europe and elsewhere, active adaptation to new companies in the hydrogen economy. This is a cost-effective way to invest. There's obviously always a risk involved. And it says here, hydrogen ETF provides access to the energy future. As the global climate warms, governments around the world are committed to a carbon-free hydrogen economy, seen as part of the solution as a clean energy source for the future. Here we can invest in stocks and profit from the trend with the VanEck Hydrogen Economy UCITS ETF. And it goes on here, hydrogen can be produced from water, and if produced with renewable energy, does not contribute to atmospheric CO2. In addition, its high energy density makes it more suitable than electric batteries for powering particularly heavy objects such as aircrafts and ships, and also large lorries. So this is in the future, but this pictogram sort of quite simply demonstrates the hydrogen energy generation. To produce hydrogen, you can use oil or coal, which is black and dirty and produces CO2, wind power or solar, which is totally green. This is produced by a process called electrolysis. It's a mixture of these sources of power and water, and you produce hydrogen, H2, hydrogen. It is stored, then it can be used in houses, and it can be burnt to form heat or converted back into electricity. It can also be used in fuel cells in vehicles, such as cars, buses and heavy transport. This is where the hydrogen is passed through a fuel cell and it produces electricity. So this is a brief overview of VanEck. Now if we go to the actual details of the ETF, the current price is $9.44 as of the 17th of August. Year-to-date returns are down 10%. Total net assets is 104 million. The expense ratio of this fund is 0.55%. And the fund was set up on the 21st of March. On the 26th of March 2021, we're now sitting in the 19th of August 2023, so it's relatively new. This is a overview of the fund. It contribute to a zero carbon future by investing in the VanEck Hydrogen Economy UCITS ETF. As the use and development of hydrogen accelerates, its emerging ecosystem looks set for growth with a similar investment profile to early stage technology sectors. So it's the early days of hydrogen. but I think all the governments are behind it, and now is the time to get in if you want to see some nice profit, and also at the same time you are doing your bit for the green economy. Hydrogen is increasingly viewed as a key replacement for fossil fuels in a zero carbon future. Large-scale support from governments across the world. Dynamic ETF delivering access to hydrogen innovation leaders globally, and it's reviewed every quarter. Tracks highly liquid hydrogen companies based on market capitalization and trading volumes. The stocks must derive at least 50% of revenue from the hydrogen economy, and exceptions are possible. Excludes companies that severely violate UN Global Compact principles or derive any revenue from controversial weapons, according to ISS data. So we've got the ethical outlook on this ETF. Excludes companies that drive more than 5% of their revenue from sectors including but not limited to thermal coal, fossil fuels, oil sands, nuclear power, civilian firearms, military equipment and tobacco. So it's a nice, clean, ethical, forward-looking fund. Risk factors, the equity market risk, liquidity risk, limited diversification. You just concentrate on one sector. You're investing in smaller companies, has foreign currency risks, and you're just investing in the energy sector. The fund details, the ticker code is HDRO. It's traded on the US and the London Stock Exchange. It holds shares in 26 different companies. The structure of the holdings are checked out every 3 months. And we go to, that's the market makers. These are the top 10 holdings that the company have. Plug Power, 11%. Bloom Energy, 9%. Nikola, 9%. And as you go down, you can see Air Products, that's a gas gas company. Lind, likewise, you've got Air Liquide SA. Mitsubishi, a chemical holdings corporation. Ballard Power Systems, Doosan Fuel Cell Co Limited. So there's a good cross section of companies. The performance of the holding since its inception in 2021, that's just over 2 years, the fund has gone down. So we might be getting in at the right time, buying at the bottom. Not going to overinvest. We've got some more information here. Past performance, as we can see, hasn't done so well. Holdings, that's the top 10 holdings. The portfolio, where are we? The price to earnings ratio is 29.13. Normally, when you're trading, it's sort of suggested that your price to earnings ratio is kept at about 20, so it's a wee bit above that. Price to book ratio is 2.46. Anything under 3 is looked upon as good value. This is the average of all the holdings how arrived at. It's totally invested in stocks. The country weightings, 38% are in the United States, 14 United Kingdom, then we've got Norway, France, Canada, South Korea, Japan, Germany, Sweden, Denmark and other. So it's you can see all the countries are trying to get behind hydrogen, and it invests primarily in industrials, the materials, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, and other cash. We've got the fact sheet. So that is looking at the companies. That's the top 10. We've gone past them. Index, country weighing, the sectors. Yeah, so that is where we are with that. We can also look at I guess some other overview. Yeah, I think we've basically covered everything here. There's a fact sheet, there's a background, prospectus, fact sheet. This is basically a printed document, sort of giving an outline of everything I've just spoken to you. It says here it tracks the hydrogen economy index, tracks the overall performance of the global hydrogen segment, and also considers fuel cell companies and industrial gases companies to a certain extent. Top 10 holdings we mentioned, the country breakdown, and this is the stock exchanges that's traded on, and that's the ticker codes. London Stock Exchange, it's traded in US dollars, HDRO, and GB pounds, HDGB. We'll be looking at the HDRO. So this is VanEck Hydrogen Economy UCITS, and we're looking at this on our trading 212 platform, VanEck. The market's closed at the moment, and that will open. It's the London Stock Exchange. We're on Saturday. That'll open in 1 day, 22 hours time. But we can put a buy order in. We'll just buy one share in the company to get the ball rolling, and once I transfer some more funds in, we'll invest a bit more heavily. But this is just to show you where we're going, so and demonstrating the trading 212 platform. So we go to buy. You can have a number of shares or value, but we're going to go for number of shares, and we're going to go for one share. Done. £7.43. Market orders are executed at the best current available market price. So when the market's open on Monday morning, the stock will be bought. So review order, order type market buy, number of shares 1, share value 742, no commission, and I'm going to send the buy order to buy one share in VanEck Hydrogen Economy, and that's an accumulating, so any dividends it receives are reinvested in the fund. So go to buy order, and pending orders one share, as you can see. We've also got a graphical representation of the performance of the stock over 1 day, one month, 1 week, lots of spikes, 3 months, 1 year, and maximum. So it's been as high as $22, and it's now sitting at $9.45. So there's, based on previous, there's a lot of room for growth, but it's nice to be connected to a forward-thinking, modern, ethical industry, and as I say, if you've got investment in the company or the ETF, you've actually got skin in the game, so that holds your interest more, so we can follow the performance of this fund and the companies within the fund, which I find very interesting. So that's my presentation on one way of getting into the hydrogen industry. Until next time, I bid you a really successful investing adventure.